One.
Hello, hello. We are back with masks, and everybody's got their masks on, and they're doing
We
great.
do.
They're doing great so far as superheroes.
You're funny.
So, I think what we do is we go back to the majestic Phoenix. So you are flying. We see you're flying above the police cars chasing this bank robber. So the bank robber, whoever this is driving so it's like an armored car. And it looks like someone is shooting from the passenger side, back at the cops. It's like a very classic getaway chase scene. So they're swerving and stuff like that, and there's a bunch of police cars going after them. What do you do?
I want to try and get on top of the truck and then phase inside
Sure.
to the back of the truck to I want to try and take the money, put it in my backpack to return it so they're not stealing any money.
Mm-hmm.
They're still running away, but I'm taking the money and I'm gonna with the intention of returning it.
That's good. That's good. Good to know. Cool. Yeah, this sounds like you are unleashing your powers. So let's have you roll freak. I'm sure that will go great.
With a +1 from the Legacy Matters thing.
Mm-hmm.
9.
There you go. Cool. So, perfect. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Okay. Also, does my insecurity go away now?
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
doing
yes.
this all on my
Yep.
own.
Go ahead and
Excellent.
uncheck that. So, what happens is you phase in perfectly fine, but you grab some of the money, right? You grab some of the double bags full of money, and then you try to phase out, and you just face plant into the wall, and you're like, okay, and you test this, you try phasing through the duffel bag, and it's not working. You're like, wait, what is going on here? It didn't feel like you lost control or anything.
Oh no. Okay. So what I would like to do.
You're aware of superhero tropes. You know what's gonna happen next.
Now that I'm inside the truck, am I able to just open the back door?
You could attempt that, yes.
Because once you're inside, it's not it's super defended from the inside, right?
I mean,
unless it's one of those two door trucks.
And just get the back open.
Yeah, you wanna look at it. So you look at the door, and that's when you realize this is one of those timed doors that only opens after a specific a clock has run its course. You think they must have stolen the actual vehicle that a bunch of money was being transported to the bank, and just so they can when the clock runs out, they can take all the money.
Okay, I would like to attempt to use my air manipulation and super speed to, at the same time, run and force a lot of air against the door to try and get it open.
Okay. I mean, I'm curious as to how effective that would be, but we can certainly attempt it. Yeah, go ahead and roll to unleash your powers.
Okay, so I don't get a plus this time?
Nope.
Okay. Here
Let's
we
see how
go.
effective it'll be with the roll.
This,
Whoopsie.
this,
That was a-
this.
8.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. So I think what happens is we see you making a tornado or whatever, right? And you blast open the doors. But let's think about the physics of this for a moment.
All the money goes everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, not only that, but like you're blasting open the doors at a vehicle that is going like 80 miles an hour, like 80, 90 miles an hour, and like the
Not
vehicle
wearing your seatbelt.
right. Well, the vehicle suddenly stops very suddenly, because of the force, and like the doors do come off, but the vehicle also just swerves away, and you do just the briefest glance as the money just like flies out everywhere. You get the briefest glance of where you are and realize that you're over the bridge outside of town, and that's when you're suddenly falling through the air, in the back of this truck, being jumbled around. You can't really get your bearings, and then you're underwater.
Okay. Also, I would have like packed my backpack full of money before this, because that was my original plan. Was I had a backpack full of money that I was going to phase through. So I already had a backpack.
Got it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So you have some of the money. Yeah.
Reminding the audience.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you're suddenly in freezing cold water.
Okay.
Do I get there by now?
Yeah, I think this is probably around the time that you arrive. So you just see the cars go off the. You see this
So
all
they
happen
drove off the bridge
on accident, because you turned them, because you forcibly opened the doors. Like they were just like went out of control.
Okay. I mean, I would like to like bend the water to like get the car up and like get her out of the water. Like I think I like get there like as I see the car like fall off the cliff, and I like want to bend the water to like move it back up onto the bridge.
Okay. So are you just unleashing your powers?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. Roll plus freak. So you trying to lift up the whole vehicle, or
The whole vehicle.
okay?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, that's what she would try to do.
Yeah.
She's a 16-year-old kid. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think it works. But I think it's one of those moments where, so I think what happens is it goes you do a little bit too hard. So you waterbend this truck up, right? This armored truck, and it skids onto the bridge again. And like, money's floating down from the sky everywhere. Like mixed with the snow. And we see like the driver and the passenger.
Did I make it snow?
No, it's been snowing since the beginning. That's what I've described.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We see the some people inside the truck just like really dazed. But what you end up doing is you end up with a wave of water that washes over the bridge. Yeah, like a bunch of vehicles definitely start going into the water on the other side. Yeah,
No!
you start like you make a tidal wave, like start going across. You can try to like mitigate it or save it, but yeah.
Would I be able to try and use air manipulation against the water?
You could certainly attempt it. Yeah.
Certainly attempt it.
This is probably gonna go wrong if I try and help.
So I think we see, and so Jasmine, I think I want to mark guilty for you on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you already have that? Well, no, I had that marked.
Yeah. And so you, yeah, you guys see this in horror, and then I think we cut back to Nanadu. You're just standing there. What are you gonna do?
I want to do some straight up creeping.
Okay, sure.
What would Nanny do?
So what do you want to? So let's see. Let's look at that move and see what it does.
I would just want to scope out the place.
The place being the highway.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see Nanadu skulking along the highway. Yeah, go ahead and roll mundane. Cool. All right. 7 and 9, ask one question.
I only really wanted one question anyway. What's my best way out? In/out.
Your best way out, and I'm assuming your best way like in is like to go to the situation you want to be in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think that there is a guy who stopped to help the guy you landed on, the car you landed on. It's a guy with a big muscle car, like a nice sports car with like turbo, like that sort of a car. Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. He's like a big muscly dude, and he's like talking to the guy who you like broke the car of, and he's like pointing towards you and like saying, and the guy's like looking at you disappointedly, like, how dare you do this to this man's car? But yeah, I mean, you could probably race over there and try to steal his car.
What would I be rolling on that?
Unleash your powers. You'd be rolling to unleash your powers.
I have a -1 to freak.
You're a superhero. Why are you trying to steal cars?
Because I want to have the sick ride. And I'm a bit of a rebel.
He has a drive that says, drive a fantastical vehicle.
And this car is fantastical.
Very true.
I think I'll run over to the car saying, the day needs saving, citizen.
Do you even have your driver's license?
I'm 17.
Still a valid question.
That was not an answer to the question.
No, that's probably his answer in general. People's like, do you have your driver's license? Like, I'm 17.
Yep, I love
like,
that.
That wasn't a yes. I'm like,
I'm 17. Yeah.
Okay, so that's rolling for freak.
Yes-a-roo. Yeah, so we see Grape
like
running alongside you and like chirping like in chorus with you as you're like telling him to. You're commandeering his car.
Do I get anything?
Would this be freak or would this be superior?
Well, he's not trying to provoke the person. He just wants to.
Okay.
Get
I definitely don't want to be superior because I have a -2 to that right now. Can I use my ferret to distract them while I?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So you can take +1. Yeah. So we see Grape now run over and like distract the guy and like get into his hair and stuff.
Grape now, go.
I choose you.
Right, no, situational bonus 1. Unlock it? There we go. Numlock got pressed somehow. Oh!
There you go. No, it's not a full
It's
success.
not a fail,
but...
full fail, but it's a little bit of a fail.
So,
Is it even possible to get a success in this game?
apparently not.
No.
No one's gotten it yet.
How do I get rid of guilty, by the way?
It should be, if you ever want to know these, it's in peripheral moves in the handout.
Okay.
But to clear guilty, you must make a sacrifice to absolve your guilt. So, like, giving this guy a bunch of money would probably do something like that. Like the guy who you broke the car of, but yeah.
I probably do not have money.
Oh, would angry have cleared because I broke something important?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I take since I got an 8?
So you're unleashing your powers. So I think what happens is.
But I get to drive a fantastical vehicle.
So I think what happens is you get in the vehicle, right, and you get to like drive. You start revving it up, and the guy like grape nut like runs over, right, and like gets into the vehicle too, and the guy like looks at you. And in that singular moment, you know that if this man ever sees you again, you will die. And so you're going to mark afraid. Like, he looks at you with a death glare. He's just like, you are not going to do that, are you? Really? So, yeah.
Okay.
So we see you in terror, just like pedal into the metal. Rip away.
And I mark off drive a fantastical vehicle.
You can indeed, yeah. So, yeah, we see Nenadu ripping down the highway in this muscle car. We see him hit the turbo. Yeah, it's really cool. Like, and I think the thing is with all of these, this is about like fame and stuff. So like, I think we see a bunch of people like looking as they're like driving. They like look over and they see you, and what do they see? as you're like driving this like muscle car.
They see me go, and now they're going, "Wow, yeah!" Well, all the while a ferret being on my head.
Exactly, yeah. And so people will remember this day when they were driving down I-23 and they saw a man.
A tidal wave crash over in the distance, and a man driving a car with the ferret on his head.
Yeah, a teenager driving a car with a ferret on his head. Yeah, this is the beginning of your legacy. This is the beginning of your fame. Yeah, so we see the tidal wave start to crash over the bridge, and I think this is the point where the Royal Raven flies into the situation.
Oh no.
And I think what happens is she just fixes it.
That's even worse.
Right, exactly. She's an adult, right? And so she just comes over, and you just see her like, and so her powers, I think, let's see, let me look at the legacy again to see what kind of options are there. I mean, she has definitely similar powers, right? There's flight and stuff. Let's say she has like telekinetic manipulation, so she's not doing with like air control, but she's like literally, so she goes like this, right, and her tiara starts to glow, and then like she's
so cool.
Yeah, and then the tidal wave like stops, and like the car, like there's the cars like on the like that are literally about to like fall into the water, and she like manipulates them, and everything goes back, and the water starts receding, and then she locks eyes with you, Phoenix, and you're like standing on the bridge, and it's too far away to really see like what she's doing, but you know the look she's giving you. Like, it's just like, I told you this would happen. The look she's been giving you since you were born.
It's true.
How old is her sister?
She's 25.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys like are there, and you see this tidal wave recede, and you kind of like, people are like starting to like try to get their cars in order and like figure out what's going on. Everybody's like confused, like what just happened? And that's when the police like start like getting out of their vehicles, but unfortunately what happens is the villains step out of the car. And you see one guy with a machine gun, and he is you haven't seen him before. He's a hero who he's tall. He is kind of lanky. He has a skull mask. That's kind of, he's basically like dressed as like in like a skeleton suit. Like spandex, but like with a skeleton like overlay over it.
Skeleton.
Yeah, he's very similar to that, right? Yeah, he has a machine gun, and the second person who steps out of the car is very familiar to all of you. You see a guy in gangster.
Am I there?
Yeah, I think Nana, you drive up at this point. You see a guy in gangster clothing with a bunch of bling step out.
Is that Remix?
It is Remix. Yeah. So he steps out, and he kind of like cracks his neck, and he looks over at his like companion, and he says, "Cleanser, let's do some cleansing." And then a wave of like blackness just like goes over like the situation. Everyone is just involved in
You
this.
do that or not?
So what would you like to do in this situation? You see this wave of dark energy hurtling towards you.
I would like to use my like air manipulation to try and see if I can like push it back.
Oh, do I take potential from falling out of the air? Since it was a fail?
Oh, I don't think you get potential just by failing in this one.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's on a move, so it has to be on a move I make. Like
yeah.
an active move? Okay.
Yeah, wait.
It just says on mine to take it whenever you do a miss.
Oh, does it?
Mine's
Oh,
Where does it
on a
say?
move. Never
yeah, on a
mind.
move. I've only done one move so far, so
Where does it say that? Where you're looking at?
It says potential. Every time you roll a miss on a move, mark potential.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Oh.
wasn't sure if it worked the same way there. Yeah, so if you've missed so far, mark potential.
on a move. I didn't miss on straight up creeping.
Yeah.
Creeping.
Yeah, cool. So, Phoenix, I think that it just doesn't work because I know what this is, so it just wouldn't do anything. So you just ineffectually blow wind at this, and yeah, nothing happens.
In that case, would I also be able to try and like grab my super friends to move them away?
You could certainly attempt to. What are your super friends doing?
I probably begin to run away. Realize I just got here and like, I'm already in over my head.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing so, I can get rid of my afraid.
Exactly. Yeah, I was just about to say that's a smart move on your part. So, Jasmine, what are you doing?
Quick question: could I get rid of angry because I broke a bunch of stuff?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You broke a lot of important things.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so how often can I power up my moves?
You can just do it whenever, I guess. As long as it makes sense in the fiction.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do it again if you want, even though you have burn still.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think what I'd like to do is just like use my reality storm on remix.
Well, you still have one burn, so you can just spend it to do that.
Right, so I can spend it to do that.
Yep.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah, so spend one burn to directly engage a threat using your powers, rolling plus freak instead of plus danger. If you do, you will cause unwanted collateral damage unless you spend another burn. But you do not have another burn to
but that's my
spend.
question, though, is that my danger is higher than my freak, so why would I do that?
That is a good question. So maybe you should have a different move for that one instead of that one.
Instead of that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Yeah,
look
at your sheet again and
let me pick a different one then. Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to, you can just directly engage a threat right now.
I mean, can I just like directly engage him?
With danger, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you won't cause unwanted collateral damage automatically.
Oh, darn it.
Automatically.
Okay,
It might be
I'll just do that. I just want to directly engage him.
Okay, so you're directly you just want to so you can't directly engage the wave of energy.
I want to directly engage Remix.
Okay, so you just plunge into the dark energy and just go towards him.
I don't know if I plunge myself into it,
because that's what would be happening if you go towards him, because it's moving towards you. The dark energy.
Oh, okay.
In a radius.
Well, I mean, directly engaging doesn't necessarily mean I have to physically move towards him.
I guess that's true. Yeah, you could just try to like, attack him with like earthbending or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, you can just attempt to do that in the moments you have before the dark energy comes towards you. Yeah.
Cool. Let's do that.
Feel free. Go ahead and roll danger.
Okay, so does it automatically roll the +2?
Yeah. Yep. If you click on danger, yeah. It will do that.
Oh my god!
No!
Wow.
Oh no!
Wow. Your best stat.
Oh my god! I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Thank you for the cheese curds, Connor. Oh, those are delicious. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm. Whew. That's good.
We're in the middle of this emotional moment, Caleb. You're just like, oh.
Well, I'm having an emotional moment with my cheese curds here. So, awesome. So I think what happens.
Game hates us.
Yeah.
Really though.
I think what happens is, you attempt to do this, right? And I think Remix is just too powerful. Like, what he does, he just snaps his fingers, and your earth that's like coming towards him just shatters into a million pieces. And he just like shakes his head and just like, nah, dog. And then you're just like standing there like, oh crap. Like we're in over our heads, and that's when the dark energy hits you.
Okay.
So Phoenix, it's too late for Jasmine because she's already engulfed in the wave, but you can certainly attempt to save Nanadu and yourself by getting
I'm
away.
running already.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess Nanadu, go ahead and roll. Actually, real quick, roll freak to unleash your powers to get out of the way.
Uh-oh. Why do I have to always roll on the thing I have -1 to?
Because that's what you're doing is you're unleashing your powers, which is like speed and grace and whatnot, right?
Real quick, what exactly is potential? Because I was reading on what to do
XP.
when you get drive. Huh?
Potential is XP.
Okay. I'll mark potential then for completing my drive. I'll roll freak and I hope I... This takes a while for me. It's like, I just clicked it.
Okay, so that fails. Could I spend another burn point to do moat, my new one?
What does that do?
Create a barrier that will hold back threats as long as you keep your attention to it. The GM may call for you to spend another burn if the barrier is threatened by a particularly powerful enemies.
Yeah, the failure that I chose for the miss is that like you get hit by it. I get to make a move when you fail a move.
Got it.
So that is what I chose to do. So you cannot stop from being engulfed in this.
Darn it.
I clicked the button, but it's not rolling. I'm going to try and click the roll again. No, it's just not rolling for me for some reason.
Interesting.
Maybe if I go out of the pop out. I'm about to have like probably 3 rolls pop up all
Yeah.
at once. Oh no, it's because the stupid pop-up always pops up behind everything.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Yeah. Awesome. Well, cool. Yeah. So you get a hit.
You almost rolled a 10.
I know, right?
So I think what I'm gonna do.
Could I use grape nut as reconnaissance to help me through? For
as
+1?
as reconnaissance.
I don't know.
I don't think a ferret reconnaissance is going to help you in this situation. So I think what happens is the consequence, the thing here is that you're running, right, and you get away, right, you get away from the dark energy, but you know, like you're like, oh no, we are not going to be able to beat this. We are in over our heads, and so I want you to mark hopeless.
I already have -1 to unleash my powers.
I know, it's gonna be so good.
Why does it give me the option to have swords that make me useless with them?
You haven't tried to use them yet. You've literally never used your swords.
Well, I figure because it's under unleash your powers.
That's true. Yeah.
Like
You need
it
someone.
gives me
You need someone to tell you go unleash your powers, and then you can change your stats around. So, Phoenix, would you like to get out of the way?
Yes, please.
Do it.
Freak.
Yeah.
It's such a weird
I
name
know,
for
right?
a
It's great.
thing.
Yay!
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So, I think same thing for you. You're like, well, maybe not hopeless. Here, let me look at these again.
Wait, to clear hopeless, fling yourself into easy relief? Like, what's that mean exactly?
Probably like.
Go back to the fort and play video games?
Like basically just like take the easy road, I would assume, right? Like in a situation. Yeah.
Go back to the fort and play video games.
I mean, yeah, that would be one option. Yeah, Phoenix, I want you to mark insecure because you're remembering. You're like, oh, my sister told me so.
Yep, I'm just really insecure. It's fine.
Yep. Yeah. So Phoenix and Nanadu, you managed to get out of the wave of this. Jasmine. So suddenly, you feel an absence.
Okay.
Like you've always felt this like store of power within you, right? Like it's almost like seeping into every pore of your being and like starting to spill out at inopportune moments, but now it's just gone.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like, and that maybe terrifies you. So yeah.
So basically, since my power's like gone.
I mean, not like gone, but I mean, we'll figure out what that means exactly. But yeah, for now, you're like, crap, I don't feel my powers anymore. That's not a thing.
Well, it's been a fun session, guys.
Great. My character's gonna die. Awesome. What
So
else is
yeah,
new?
Remix and Cleanser, they stand there, and I think like the police officers just like are like raising their guns, like, you know, put your hands up in the air, like, you know, stop this right now. And the thing is, I think what happens, Phoenix and Nenadu, you look over, right, at like this whole situation. You see Jasmine like in a daze, like looking at her hands, like, oh no, what just happened? But then
I thought
Phoenix...
she was in darkness.
No, so it was a wave of darkness, but the darkness receded. Like it was just
okay.
a wave of like a dark energy or something. But what you notice, Phoenix, you see your sister falling from the sky.
Oh my gosh, I am flying over
Yeah.
to try and get her.
Into like down into the water.
Yeah.
So yeah, you wanna try to save her?
Yes, recklessly without consulting my team.
Can I oh.
I mean, is that really reckless?
I'm flying full speed into freezing cold water.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, can I
Under...
roll?
Yeah, Nenadu, go ahead.
I was gonna say, could I like do roll mundane to give support?
So comfort or support,
Is that not me what I think it means?
on a hit they hear you. They mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. On a 10+, you can also add a team to the pool or a clear condition yourself. There's a team pool that we haven't been using, so you know that.
Would that do anything, I guess? My question.
Yeah, basically what this would be is you'd be like, Phoenix, you got this! You'd be like bardic inspiration. And if Phoenix accepts your, like, if they believe your support, right? If it actually matters to them, and you succeed, right? Then they could clear condition, shift labels, mark potential. So
Might as
yeah.
well try.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Full hit.
So they totally hear you. Let's see. So you can clear a condition yourself if you want to.
Okay, but what would it be rolling for this? Just wondering. What would I get to roll?
Yeah. So Phoenix. Yeah. What do you want to do? You want to mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels?
Well, I'm trying to figure out like what would be helpful.
Oh, right. Yeah. I think in this situation you're going to be defending someone, so you're going to be rolling plus savior.
Okay, so I'm going to clear and secure
Okay. Sounds good.
because that's -2 to defend.
That's why I wanted to do the mundane thing first.
Okay, so I will roll savior.
Yeah. So Nenadu, you can also clear condition yourself because you had a 10+. So.
I'm gonna clear.
So yeah, you guys start to like feel like a team again. You're like, all right, we've done this before, like teamwork. Yeah. So Phoenix, if you'd like to roll
Okay.
defend, to
geez.
save your sister
Okay.
from the cold water of doom.
Oh,
there we go.
Finally.
There it matters.
heck?
Now
When
we're
it
rolling.
counts.
So, on a hit, you keep him safe and choose one. Add a team to the pool. Take influence over someone you protect or clear condition. Let me look at the team pool stuff again real quick. So the team pool, I think they're okay. When you enter battle against a dangerous foe as a team, you add 2 to the team pool. Let's see. You already have 3. You have. Let's see. You just added 4 Nanadu to it, so you can spend these like points
To help rolls.
to 1 for 1 to help a teammate, give them +1 to the roll. So there are 4. Let me write this down. There are 4 team points in the pool right now that can be spent to get +1.
Okay, so I saved her, so I want to take influence over her because then I can use the legacy matters, and then I mark potential, get a +1.
Right.
in addition to taking influence over her.
Got it. Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, so what does this look like, Phoenix, when you've saved your sister from falling to her death?
I don't have super strength or anything, so I'm able to just like use my super speed to try and like get under her and use my air movement to like slow her fall, and then I try and like cushion her as she's falling. Because it's not like I can pick up a falling, accelerating to the ground.
Yeah,
person.
Sure. Yeah, so we see that, and we see you lift her to safety. And what do you like? Set her on the bridge or something?
No, I mean I'm not gonna be able to fly with her. She's a fully grown woman,
right?
So, like, I could probably like help get her out of the water and everything, and I don't know what to do with, because if she isn't able to use her powers, I guess I can use the air to get her up to the bridge. But
yeah, so you just want to like get her to the bridge, basically.
Yeah.
I think that's fine, right? And I think like if you're nearby her when she gets onto the bridge, like she's like dazed and she's like just laying there like, what happened? So yeah, do you go up to her? Do you go back into the fight? Like what goes on here?
I think I stay with her.
Okay, so you go over to her?
Yeah. And I tell her that like there was the wall of energy. I think it seeps your powers.
She looks back up at you and she says, No, that can't be right. And so like if we're going with the premise, right, that like you lose your powers like, you know, around the age of 25, it's like one of those things where like she's like, no, like I was fearing this already, but like if this is a thing, oh no. And so yeah, just for the like point of reference, that means like remix and cleanser are both like young adults. So yeah, so she seems terrified.
I guess, can I roll to try and comfort her?
You can. You sure can. Yeah, would you like to comfort or support someone?
Yes. And then
go ahead and roll plus my
I guess
name.
I get a +2 because I get +1 from the legacy matters, and then I add a 1 because I have influence over her, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There you go.
She's very comforted.
Yeah, so I think she looks up at you and you can see like tears welling up in her eyes, and she says, "Please fix this."
We'll figure out what happened.
I'm really sorry. I should have been. And then she like looks over and she sees you and like maybe you're inadvertently like glance over in her direction, and like you see Jasmine like standing there looking at her hands, and then Remix is like walking up to her menacingly, and yeah.
I want to do something. Can I roll to defend since Freak is so low for me?
Exactly.
I want to run up. I want to walk up to him and say, "Hey, why don't you pick on someone without any powers?" and punch him in the jaw. Can I use that? But I also want to have Grape Nut run up to him and kind of like be running around and like get all in his face to distract him. So
Absolutely.
I can get +1 on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead and roll defend.
I can do that with defend instead of freak.
Because if your intent is to defend someone from an immediate threat, right? You're not worried about hurting him. You're just worried about defending Jasmine.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
What the heck? Why are we rolling so well now?
I don't know.
But I love it.
We got all of the misses out of the way already.
And can I count that as making a sacrifice to get away with guilty?
Yeah, I think so. Cool. Yeah. So, well, no. So, because I don't think so, because you didn't actually make a sacrifice. This was you. Okay. You could have made a sacrifice. You were risking yourself, but if you had actually gotten hurt in this process, then yes, you could have. But
okay.
Yeah. So, on a hit, you keep them safe and choose 1. Add a team to the pool. Take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition.
Say it again. There's team to the pool.
Take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition.
Pretty sure I already have influence. So I think I'll add a number to the pool.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so we got 5. So yeah, any of those can be used 1 for 1 to give a +1 to a roll. So cool. So yeah, Jasmine, I think you snap out of it just in time to like get out of the way as like Nanadu's like, you know, protecting you and like getting into a fist fight with Remix. And right at the moment where like he like does like a snap and suddenly like a sound wave just like rips up the concrete next to him and Nanadu like dodges out of the way. You like get back to your senses and you're like, okay, things are happening. I lost my powers, but I don't know. Like I could do something. I don't know.
Real quick, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I mark that as punch someone you probably should?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't just go up to a supervillain and punch them in the face, so...
Especially when you have no powers.
Yes.
Well, I have no powers. Do I lose all my burn points?
You had, or no, you had 1, didn't you?
I had 1 left.
Yeah, I think you do, yeah. So this is the thing, you could make decisions, you could try to, like, do something to get them back, but you'd have to, like, figure out how, I mean,
but I don't know how to do
one logical option would be to, like, try to beat up Cleanser, or, like the guy who did the wave of energy in the first place, like maybe he's connected to it, maybe if you like knock him out it might go away.
Well, so Remix wasn't the one who did the powder thing, it was
Cleanser. Yeah, the guy in the skeleton suit, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
it's just a normal day on 923, guys.
Honestly, like I feel like she'd just run away. Or
totally
like hide at least.
Mm-hmm.
That gets rid of afraid if you have that as a condition.
I don't.
Oh.
I have guilty and insecure. Let me see here real quick. Okay.
So you're trying to escape.
I don't know. I think I just like, I don't know. Maybe I just try to hide like behind one of the cars.
Mm-hmm. How about you roll superior to assess the situation to see like where would be the best place to hide?
Okay. Oh, but I have I have guilty, so I have -2.
Oh, perfect. I did not realize that.
Oh no.
Oh
dear.
Oh god. Oh dear.
He literally said, "Oh dear." That's awesome. Cool. So, I mean, what happens, right, is you glance around, you try to find a place to go. There is no place to go. Like, the cars are, like, overturned. Like, you're just like, oh, like, there's nothing for me to do. Like, I don't know, like, what is going on here. And so, let's see, what?
Oh, dear.
Go ahead and mark hopeless.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna die. Like, this is really bad. I'm gonna die. Like, Nanadu is, like, dodged out of the way of this, but, like, Remix is still coming, and Cleanser's, like, coming over, and he still has his machine gun, and he starts pointing it at you. Like, what are you gonna do? You don't see any possible escape route.
Yep.
So you just stand there? Yeah, so Phoenix, you see this. What do you do?
Would I be able to use air manipulation to knock the gun out of Cleanser's hands?
You could attempt to do that. That sounds like unleashing your powers.
Okay.
That wouldn't be like directly engaging.
Well, directly engaging a threat is like attacking them. Like, this sounds like she's trying to do something specific to the person, not like
it doesn't really matter. My freak and danger are the same.
You're freaking danger.
Oh no.
Can I use a team point?
So here, let me double check when they have to be used.
Oh, oops.
Anyone working with the team can spend team 1 for 1 to help a teammate, give them +1 to their roll. Let's see, when it doesn't say anything about when they can be used. So also, as a note, team members can also spend team to act selfishly. When you act selfishly, say how your actions ignore or insult your teammates, remove 1 team from the pool, and shift 1 label up and 1 label down. So that's the thing you can do. I think it doesn't specify that you have to do it before, so that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Someone else has to spend it, but I'm assuming that they would do that. So.
Are you using all 5 or just the 1?
I mean, just 1 to make it a 7, so at least like.
So it's just a success with a consequence.
Yeah.
Wait, Oh wait, sorry, I'm not scrolled down all the way. I'm still seeing Alyssa's. I thought there was another 2.
Oh yeah. Okay, so cool. So it goes down to 4. You spend that, you get a 7. Yeah. So I mean, you knock it out of his hands, fine. It goes off the bridge and into the water. Let's see. I mean, an easy thing to do here is just to mark another condition on you. So I think what happens is, the guy looks at you. And I mean,
I am afraid.
Skull mask. Yeah, you're like, oh no, I've anchored this skull man.
I have angered Skull Man. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Technically, Remix is still bearing on Jasmine. And so I think what happens is he snaps, shoots a sound wave directly at you, Jasmine. Would anyone like to do anything?
Wait, aren't I in a fist fight with him currently?
Well, you were like defending him, but like Jasmine tried to escape and couldn't find an escape route, so she's just standing there like, I'm doomed.
Sound wave, like, would I be able to like use my speed to like knock her somewhere where the sound wave wouldn't hit her?
Yeah. That's not like defend. Yeah.
I was just gonna keep on defending.
Okay, so then I have influence over, so I still get do I get a plus 1?
Yeah, you get a plus 1, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice. Awesome, yeah. Okay, so you keep him safe and you choose 1.
Let's see. So
add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear condition.
I'm going to add it to the pool because I already have influence over her and I don't have any conditions.
You just took afraid though, remember?
Oh yeah. Oh, just kidding. Yeah, I guess I'll get rid of afraid.
Yeah, I mean you guys have plenty of team, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool stuff, yeah. So, you blow Jasmine out of the way as the sound wave like rips through the concrete. And that's when the police officers like point their guns again and say, "Please stop shooting." You know, stop doing this. And then
stop.
And that's when, you know, Soundwave just like starts rapping and like aiming his mouth like around in a like an arc, and the police officers just get blown back by the like wave of his rhymes. Just like
Can I pull out my swords to defend?
Yeah. You want to defend the police officers?
Defend everyone pretty much in the way.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
And have Grapenut still biting and distracting him.
Yeah, so you want to basically defend these people, distract them enough so he can't aim correctly.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. So you
even with +3.
So if someone wants to spend a team from the team pool,
I can. Yeah, please. Then I want to spend a team point.
Yeah.
Make that a 10.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. So yeah, you you keep them safe and choose 1.
So it was team point, influence, and
clear ignition.
kind of want to clear guilty.
Sure, yeah.
That might be necessary.
Sounds good. Yeah, so you defend, and the police officer's like, I think they realize that this is out of their depth, and they say like, well, leave him to you, and then like get back into their police cars and like back up a bit.
Thanks, police officers. Much appreciated.
Yeah, so I mean, you're faced. I think Remix at this point, like, there's a little bit of a standoff, and he says, "I thought I wouldn't have to deal with you again."
You were wrong.
You say question mark?
So much fun the last time, though.
Yeah, well, you're stepping into something that you don't understand. It's bigger than all y'all. Yeah, it's just a tense standoff.
Then bring it on.
Okay, you guys just like keep fighting. Yeah, so I mean, someone's going to directly engage the threat.
I don't have any like, I'm not a fighter.
Yeah, so
I'm
I mean,
a
I think they just start
defender.
attacking.
I have 0 skills for attacking.
Same. I'm a defender as well.
Your attacker is gone.
You have swords.
And I have no freak.
He's good at defending.
You can't have danger. Directly engage him.
I have -1 to danger as well.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
So remember, you can spend team pool to shift labels up and down.
Permanently?
Yeah, 70%.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe
These
I
are all
should have
very
done that
malleable.
instead.
Yeah.
Wait, could I, instead of doing that, then could I have kept guilty and taken a team point and used it to make my freak go up 1?
Yeah, and then what are you putting down? Mundane. Mundane.
I haven't been using it as much. Probably then. Yeah, I'll take down mundane and bring up. Would it be freak if I just go and attack him, or would that be danger?
Danger if you're just directly attacking him.
Okay, I'll bring up danger and I'll take guilty back. And sure, I'll go try and with Ferret, Mr. Grapenut, still biting him, I'll try and directly engage him.
Okay. Yeah, so I think we get to a point, right, where like you guys all realize this is gonna like come to a face off between you two, and then yeah, Nani dude just like jumps into the fray and starts attacking him with the swords. Cool. So let's take a look at what that means. So when you directly engage a threat on a 7 to 9, pick 1 from this list. Resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. So if you do not resist or avoid their blows, you will get hit.
Which one is this under?
Basic moves.
This was. Wait. This was provoke? No?
Danger. Directly engage a threat.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I think since the main attacking ally is currently down, I might try to impress, surprise, or frighten them.
Okay, so how do you do so? What does that look like?
With my sick ninja sword skills.
Right, but like, so you just look cool?
Well, I show that I'm very adept with my swords and everything, and kind of just like take them off guard and stuff like that with how it and.
Okay, yeah, I think this comes across more as an impress than anything. So like, I think Remix and I mean, you can't see Cleanser's face, but Remix by the end of this like confrontation with you two, he's like smiling. He's like, "Man, you're sick, dog. Like this is cool. Like you're like I'd fight with you any day," sort of thing. But then what happens is like he just seems like impressed. He's like, "Oh man, you're pretty cool." But then he says, "You know, you're pretty cool, but not cool enough. And because you did not choose to resist or avoid their blows, sound waves snap, and yeah, you get hit. So let me. So you're gonna roll plus conditions marked. So go ahead and click conditions. There's a little roll button next to conditions.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So you're gonna take a powerful blow. Okay, on a 10 plus, choose one from this list. You must remove yourself from the situation, flee or pass out. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
Wait, well, this is
Basic
under
moves. Basic moves. Take a powerful blow is the last one on the list.
Oh, so I choose one of these or 2 from the ones below that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like any of these.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be bad. Getting higher is worse on this roll.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
Because you're rolling plus
rolled
conditions
plus
marked.
conditions.
Yeah.
What? I want to pick you lose control of yourself in yourself or your powers in a terrible way, but I don't want to know what you would do with that.
Oh, I know exactly what I would do with that.
Especially since I have swords, I think I just have to remove myself from the situation, or maybe I pass out. I think I pass out.
Yeah, so you just
Well, I'm just gonna die.
get hit with a sound
Yeah.
wave and just slam against the guardrail and slump to the ground. Yes, I mean he was impressed, and so like he's maybe like a little bit off guard in the sense that like he's just kind of like enjoying himself, and so you have maybe a little bit of an advantage here in terms of like you can catch him off guard now. But yeah, like Nenadu is definitely out for the count. So Jasmine, would you like to try to like rekindle your powers or like attack cleanser? Like what?
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would like to try to like unleash my powers. Like I'm like, okay, maybe just try harder.
So maybe that's what you've been doing the entire time, right? Like you're just like, come on, work, come on, my friends need me, work. Yeah, and I'll let you roll to unleash your powers. Just see if you can do this.
Okay, so it says when you charge up your powers, roll plus conditions you currently have marked.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so I need to roll move plus 3.
So you're just gonna roll freak. You're not gonna roll burn. In this case you're just trying to unleash your powers.
Okay.
Yeah, because burn is a different thing that does specific things.
So I get a -2 because I'm a hopeless.
Yep.
Oh god. Okay. Does it just do it automatically? I can't remember.
No, it doesn't. I don't think so.
It does, I think.
Give you
That says
minus
the modifier's
one.
-1.
Yeah, you have to add your conditions.
Oh yeah. No, that's correct then. Yep. So it did it automatically
No.
unless you put it in manually. Did you put it in at all?
No, I didn't put it in.
Yeah, because you have
Which-
freak of 1, and with the -2 it
Okay.
would have been.
Oh,
That's fine.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's correct. You didn't need to put it in then.
Can I use a team point to make that a 6?
I mean,
That's still a
dude,
miss,
Oh,
that
wait,
would
that's
still be a
still a
miss.
miss.
But
Dang
you
it.
could do it. You can spend it 1 for 1. You can technically spend 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Phoenix
Yeah.
can spend
We're
2.
almost
Yeah.
dead, so
Yeah, so
Let's do
there's
it.
1 left, and you get a 7 on this. So Phoenix, I mean, how are you the one who helps Jasmine? You probably see Jasmine trying to like spark up her powers again. How do you help?
I encourage her and like blow some air around her so she kind of like feels pumped up a little bit. Like I move air around her hands so she
Right, so
remembers
she
like how it
thinks-
feels.
Well, it's probably even like a placebo effect. Like she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm doing it," and then she realizes, then she gets it back because she thinks she can do it. Right? Her hopelessness like got like.
her all along.
Yeah, exactly. The real treasure was friendship all along. Cool. Yeah, no, I'm down with that. So unleashing your powers, overcomes an obstacle, reshapes your environment, or extends your senses. So in this case, you're overcoming the obstacle of not having your powers. but you do have to mark a condition, and I think in this case you're gonna mark angry, because you're
Okay.
like, oh boy, it's time, it's on.
Okay.
So I think what happens is you start like swirling like wind around you, and the water starts moving, right, and fire starts like moving around you. You go in like Avatar state mode, and Cleanser lifts his skull mask, and he says, "Ah, crap." And then yeah, like, what do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna use 2 burn points to overcharge. So that gives me a +10 when you unleash your powers.
Oh yeah, 10 plus.
Wow.
Yeah. It automatically
Man.
makes it a 10 plus. Yeah. So what would you like to do?
Well, so wait, so I'm gonna unleash my powers.
Overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses. So you can't just like defeat them, but you can like
Right.
That's an obstacle.
I know that's an obstacle.
right, but that would be directly engaging a threat.
Right. And I'm just unleashing my powers.
Yes.
Can you like mold earth around them to trap them?
Yeah, for sure.
That's reshaping your environment. Yeah, I guess I could do that.
I mean, or obviously.
I wonder if I could like
anything else.
trap them, like make like the bridge like shape around them,
Yeah.
and then they just drop to the bottom of the ocean.
Right.
They might be able to swim.
Yeah. So what we see is like we see the concrete peel, right? It just peels up, and Remix is like, oh no, snap, and he's like trying to like blow apart the concrete, but it's not quick enough, and like the concrete just like unwraps over him and Cleanser, and Cleanser's like, oh no, what have you got me into this time, Remix? And they're in this like ball of concrete, and then yeah, you just want to like earth bend it downward, yeah.
Yeah.
Down into the bridge, and you hear a splash, and the water like through the hole that's creating the bridge comes up. Yeah, I mean,
A one-way submarine.
yeah.
Cool.
So that happens.
Uh,
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I wonder if that gets rid of any of my conditions.
I don't know.
Probably not.
You destroyed some stuff.
You broke something important. You
Take
broke
a
the bridge.
full-heartedly action without talking to your team.
I don't really know if that's foolhardy though.
Yeah, I guess I would just get rid of my anger.
Yeah, I think it just goes you're
Destroying.
angry. Yeah, you
Yeah.
destroyed something, right? You destroyed something important. Yeah. Cool.
So that happened.
So yeah, you guys are like standing there, and
Well, I'm still knocked
silence. Yeah, and then
Am I knocked out?
Yeah, you're knocked out.
Would me going in and like getting hit and stuff get rid of my kilt?
You're what?
My
What?
guilt?
Oh, I thought you said your
Oh.
kilt.
That's what I thought you said.
I
Oh.
also heard that.
Sorry, I was laughing at the same
No,
time.
it doesn't. No.
Oh, darn.
So yeah, there's a moment of
wanna-
just like repose where like nothing's happening.
I want to run right over to Nanabu and try to like shake him awake.
Okay. Let's see.
What's your superhero name again?
Nanadu?
Oh, is that okay? That's your superhero name. Okay.
Yeah,
Nan-
my actual name is Glenn.
Oh, okay, got it.
My superhero name is Nanadu.
So yeah, I like just try to shake you awake.
Does she?
I feel like there's maybe a role here. I mean, yeah, he doesn't immediately respond. He's out. But you can. I don't know. It depends on what you would attempt to do.
I mean, that'd probably be a mundane task, but I have a -1 to that. So.
Yeah, I guess you could technically try to comfort or support someone. Yeah.
Well, she said she has a -1 to it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can still do it though if you want to. Roll plus mundane.
I'm good.
Okay, yeah. So you shake him a little bit, and you're like, yeah, he's not getting up, and then just leave him. Yeah, and then
not leave him, just like.
yes, you look at. I mean, you look at Phoenix. Phoenix, what are you doing?
I'm back with my sister.
Right.
Oh, you're just like jet, like going right back to your sister.
Yeah, you guys are fine. They're at the bottom of the water.
Yeah,
I'm
so I
gonna
think your
check on my
sister's like
sister.
looking up at you, and she says, "I knew you guys could do it. Now I just need to figure out how to get back my powers, like that girl just did." And she's like, "I'm like trying, and nothing's happening."
Is it safe to say that we outperformed an adult hero?
It is very safe to say that you outperformed an adult hero. Yeah.
Woo!
I'm marking all the things off.
And yeah, Phoenix, do you have anything to say or in that moment?
She says that, and I just kind of go, "What are you talking about? You knew we could do it. You're the one who literally told me we can't do it."
Yeah, I mean, she's doing that total bullcrap adult thing where she's like, "Oh, this is all part of my adult plan all along. I'm smart. I'm wise."
I want to go up to one of the police officers and be like, "Are you afraid of me?"
Oh wow, what a question! What a question to ask. I mean, roll to provoke someone. Roll plus superior.
Well, no, it just says if they say so. It's like one of my team moves.
Oh, okay.
So when you share a triumphant celebration with someone, ask them if there's any fear in their eyes when they look at you. If they say no, take +1 forward and mark potential. If they say yes, immediately shift your danger up and your savior down.
Yeah. Okay. So you just go to a random police officer and ask this?
Well, like I think the police officers are like maybe like high-fiving, and I'm like,
I mean, I think they're like dazed. I think they're like, what? Holy crap! Like, wow. So I think if you go up, like, yeah, I think the guy like doesn't answer, but that's
or maybe I like ask for help to like get
right.
help with like getting him up.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Some police officers come over and try to help you with that. Yeah.
And then do I see fear in their eyes?
You do. You definitely do. Yeah, they're a little worried about you. Yeah. And so that's the moment when you're like, dragging him over. And Phoenix, you're like looking at your sister like, how, what? Yeah. And that's the moment where a black portal appears above.
Of course.
And Downdrop, Remix, Cleanser, and another villain.
Oh, crap.
Much for that.
Yeah.
Couldn't just let us have our victory, could
no,
you?
of course not. We've already foreshadowed this. And yeah, this hero drops down, and they are they're wearing like a suit that is like power armor, except it's like covered in like a starscape, and they have like a helmet that's like has like a black hole like crown thing. It's kind of looks ridiculous, honestly. But yeah, they drop down again, and like it is obvious that this new superhero is the one who did the black hole or whatever. And they go down, right? And Remix says, "Thanks, Black Star. All right, where were we?" And that is where we take our next break. So
Rude.
we'll be right back with more masks right after this.
Well.